And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. Rip left. Ready.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. Yep. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield. 58 to Mike. 58. 58 to Mike.
Here's a give to Barkley.
It's run back. It's run.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Set. 18 Gator.
Here we go.
Double tight. Check. Let's go.
The 5th year back from Texas. This is Malcolm Brown. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
Everyone go. Hey, high 7. Go 58's the money. Ready? 58's the money. Let's go.
Now Jones. And Tate's got it. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
On 1st down, it's Brown. Down to the 25. Brought down by Nate Gary.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on. Go. 58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike. Get in the way.
Yes, yes.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey.
Go on, go on.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
58's the Mike. Go 58's the Mike. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Hey, Delta.
58's the Mike. 50.
Lee Griffin.
Throwing Jones.
Watch the pass.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Jim. Check 4.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. On 4th down, here's Zane Gonzalez for the Cardinal field goal. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The sack by Terrell Suggs. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 26, check 26.
Leo! Hey, Charlie!
Back to throw. Jones. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack. And the Giants send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Bird. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but, boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
On second and 11 now. Murray. Throw left side complete to Isabella. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 18-yard line.
Watch the whip.
On second and 11 now. Murray. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering what it's going to do.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Coming in to sack him, Dominique Easley. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Here's Jones throwing to start the drive. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
Come on, set. Get to Pittsburgh. Yep. Watch the twist. Try ball.
Throwing on first down is Murray. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The New York set to take the field. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deontay Thompson, the rookie from Bama. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Well, look at that, Chuck. A rookie picked the rookie on that play.
How about that? Is that rookie-on-rookie crime? But you know what happens, too. If you're a rookie defender, you tend to adjust to the game a little bit quicker than if you're a quarterback. Too many things still going through his mind. And on that play, the rookie defender won the battle.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. A gain of 6 there on first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And it'll be intercepted. B.J. Goodson with a pick. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, first and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. The final shot before break. Jones. And the pressure gets to him again. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Murray now on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Murray again, second and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The intended receiver was David Johnson, and it'll bring up third down. Throwing is Murray on third down. Over the middle, complete. It's Bird. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
And the Cardinals first down.
Murray now on first down. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 30 yards.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. And the Giants have it. It's picked up.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games. And I notice you cradling the football. You got it tucked pretty tight with the points of pressure here. And that didn't occur on that play, did it?
Now, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was down there?
You would not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, ready.
58, come on. Bring it. Bring it.
Ready, go.
Right over there, right over there. Yeah.
Jones, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Everybody scoot up.
Now Jones throwing again. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Brandon Williams racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Second down, Murray sets to throw. It's brought in by Kevin White. Kevin White, touchdown, Cardinals. Kevin White, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Makes the score Cardinals 26, Giants nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready? 60 yards.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
5.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Man. Rush in. Undercrush. Look. Squeeze. What? Hey, lock it. Shoot.
Throwing on first down. Jones. And an alley to run.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty ill. Shoot! Hatchet.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Murray. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Murray with a 3rd and long. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So 3 field goals that he's hit. Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Ready?
58 to Mike. Not here. Strong right. Strong right.
Get it.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Set, go. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Again, it's Barkley. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
The Giants on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Let's rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Steps away. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
94.
At the 12-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Minshew. Open man right side is Ingram. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Off play action, it's Minshew. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And they knock that deficit down for 29-26. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Set, hut. Hey, come on. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Check. Top bar. Top bar. Check. Go. Hot, hot. Short. Check. Hey, Fresno. Go. Shift. Check 52. Okay.
First down, Murray. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, A well-deserved seat on the bench. A little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
So we got man.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. After the sack on first down, Minshew, Terrell Suggs, able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Now it's Peterson. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. That game's gone final in Indianapolis. And emerging victorious, the Colts. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them.
Pittsburgh. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Check 37. Check 37. Big dash, big dash.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of 2 there. Second down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
The Cardinals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third down and 12. From the gun on third down, Murray. He's going to loft one deep left side and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Ready up.
Go 58's the mic. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Arizona, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.